Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to CBS News, at least 7 people were killed and 24 others injured when Russian forces launched a coordinated large-scale attack on Kyiv using a combination of missiles and drones. The assault occurred overnight into Monday, specifically targeting residential districts where civilians lived and slept. A residential building in the Podilsky district partially collapsed, and multiple multi-story buildings in the Darnitsia district were damaged, with reports of individuals trapped under rubble. The timing of this attack is highly significant, as it took place just one day before a scheduled NATO summit in Turkey. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky had warned that such an attack was imminent. In response to the strikes, President Zelensky issued an urgent plea to Ukraine's Western allies, calling for an immediate boost to the country's air defense capabilities, particularly through the provision of additional Patriot missile systems. He emphasized that the failure to adequately replenish these defenses only serves to embolden Russia, further prolonging the 4-year-long conflict. According to SBS News, Australia and New Zealand have expressed serious concern after China confirmed the successful test of an intercontinental ballistic missile into the Pacific Ocean. The missile was launched from a nuclear submarine. China's state media reported that the test was part of an annual military exercise and that relevant nations were notified in advance. However, Australian Foreign Minister Penny Wong stated that the government views this test as destabilizing to the region. Wong highlighted that the launch occurred in the context of a rapid military buildup by China that lacks the transparency expected in the Pacific. New Zealand's Foreign Minister Winston Peters echoed these concerns, stating that the Pacific should remain an ocean of peace, while China maintains that the test did not target any specific country. The event has drawn sharp criticism from regional powers who fear it signals a shift in military posture. Data from ship tracking companies indicated that Chinese tracking vessels were positioned in the region to monitor the launch, which took place shortly after Australia and Fiji signed a new defense alliance. According to a report by Yonhap news agency, South Korean prosecutors indicted major domestic oil refiner HD Hyundai Oilbank Bertso and 2 of its pricing department officials on Monday. They are charged with orchestrating a massive price-fixing scheme valued at approximately 26 trillion won and $17 billion following the outbreak of the U.S.-Iran war. The Seoul Central District Prosecutor's Office revealed that HD Hyundai Oilbank and rival refiner SK Energy directly colluded to raise petroleum product prices in late February, capitalizing on soaring global energy costs. While the direct collusion was valued at 14.2 trillion won, other refiners, GS, Caltex Corp., and S Oil Corp., matched the rigged price hikes, undermining market competition to a total of 26 trillion won. SK Energy avoided indictment under a leniency program, while GS Caltex and Aizwile did not face antitrust charges as their price matching did not violate fair trade laws. Additionally, prosecutors indicted all 4 refiners for forcing independent gas stations into unfair purchasing agreements. An employee from HD Hyundai Oilbank and another from GS Caltex were also indicted for destroying evidence during a regulatory investigation in March. According to a report by Yonhap news agency, a military airport in the southwestern city of Gwangju, South Korea, has been selected as the site for a major government-led semiconductor production cluster. The presidential office announced the decision on Monday following a meeting between government officials and top executives from leading chipmakers Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix. Under this massive project, the two tech giants have pledged a combined investment of 800 trillion won, approximately 500 trillion billion. This marks the largest single investment plan to date for the Gwangju and Honam region. The envisioned semiconductor cluster is part of the government's 3 Mega Projects initiative, which aims to drive regional growth through large-scale investments in semiconductors, physical artificial intelligence (AI), and AI data centers. To ensure the project's smooth implementation, Presidential Chief of Staff Kang Hoon-sik stated that the president plans to personally hold monthly meetings to monitor its progress. According to GG Press, Israeli military chief of staff Zamir visited the strategic stronghold of Beaufort in southern Lebanon on July 5. The area was captured by Israeli forces in May. During his visit, Zamir emphasized that Beaufort is a highly strategic region filled with terrorist infrastructure. He warned that the Israeli military will take decisive action to eliminate any threats emanating from Lebanon. He further stressed that if the pro-Iranian Shiite militant group Hezbollah violates the current ceasefire agreement, the Israeli military is prepared to transition to an offensive stance immediately. The remarks were reported by Israeli media amid ongoing tensions in the region. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.